All right. It looks like Facebook is sending us some viewers. Hey, Kendra. How are you doing? Happy Sprinter, Labriska. What is the weather doing up there? Are you guys actually having a warm day? We had a pretty nice day, but now we're back to winter at night. So you never know what you're going to get. Leanne's here. Karen is here. All right, guys. So here's what's going to happen. Hey, Janet. We're going to play a little game. Tasha's here. Yay. Now everything can work correctly. Tasha's my security blanket. So that's why she's here. She's here to make sure I do everything like I'm supposed to. What would I do without you, Tasha? So here's what's going to happen tonight. We're going to talk about a little thing I like to call sprinter survival. Sprinter survival is something that I have not ever remembered being a necessity in my life before. I don't remember ever being entrenched in winter this long. So I feel like we need some coping skills for this, and so I'm going to help you with that tonight. But we're going to play a little game, and every time I say the word sprinter, you're going to hit your laughing button, okay? So it's just down there where you comment. You might have to slide over, and you see all your little buttons. If we say sprinter, then you hit your laughing button, okay? Hey, Eric. Hey, Lynn. It's good to see you. Pam is watching. I love knowing where you're watching from, too. That's fun. And I also want to know, are you having sprinter where you live? That's what I want to know. So if you're from, like, Florida, I don't even know if I want to know that you're on. I'm bitter. And so we're going to have to find an oil for that, because I know you guys are having a springtime. I was just there. And I thought that if I stuck around long enough, I would come home and spring would be here. But no, that has not happened. So last night, we like bundled up. We turned on the heaters, the little floor heaters. We were like wearing our winter clothes. And today, I had all the windows open. And we were outside playing for a little while. And here we go. I'm getting cold already. And it's like 9 o'clock. So I'm going to have to go bundle up my son and put his like winter footy jammies on. It's craziness. Don't talk to me, Jill. You're from Florida. I can't have it. Okay, so you know what? I promise not to be jealous of you when it's like 5,000% humidity. I will not be jealous of you anymore. Okay, so I feel like if we're going to deal with sprinter and all of its glory, we first have to deal with the emotional aspects of sprinter, okay? Because it's really like, you know, it's bugging me. We had rainter, where it just rained and it was like knee deep in mud. Then we had sprinter. So I'm not really sure we're getting spring. I have this bad feeling that we're going to go straight from this sprinterness right directly into summer. And that will make me sort of angry because I don't like summer. Summer's hot and sticky and you never feel like you really showered. So I need spring to happen. That's what I need. So I think we're going to give you some 5 steps to emotional dealing with sprinter. Then we're going to do 5 physical benefits. But before I start, I just want to mention, if anybody has any connections with Mother Nature, can you please share this oil with her, Clary Calm? I feel like her cycles are just really off. And I have never ever found an oil that was better at that than Clary Calm. So if y'all could just pass the word along to somebody out there that Clary Calm, you know, what we could do is we could set up a time when we could all just diffuse Clary Calm outside at the same time. We could do like a Clary Calmathon, and we could all just diffuse it outside, and maybe that would make a difference. I'm not really sure, but it's worth a try. If nothing else, it would affect, you know, the people in our neighborhood, and I'm sure lots of those people need to have some Clary Calm in their life. I'm 100% sure. So that's the first thing. But we're going to talk about some oils, and I'm excited because we're going to talk about some stuff we don't always talk about. And, of course, a few favorites will pop in there too, but some oils we don't talk about a lot. Now, since we have some viewers, if you are a first-time viewer of Magic Beans and you do not have a doTERRA wholesale membership, then I would love to enter you into a drawing. Since we can't help Mother Nature with her hormonal mess, we're going to try and help you, and we have a hormonal mess roller for one lucky guest who's not enrolled in doTERRA as a wholesale customer and has never been to Magic Beans before. Here is how you enter. Hey, Pam from Oklahoma. How you enter is you say, I am a guest of, and then you tag your inviter. The person who asked you to watch this, tag their name, that's how you enter. If you just say, I'm a guest, then I'm going to have to take some time and ask you who invited you. Anyway, so if you could help me out. If you don't know who invited you, then it's probably me. So you can just say, I'm a guest to the page, and that's cool too, okay? If you're the winner, we will contact you and let you know how to claim your prize. All right? Hey, Chelsea. Okay, here we go. Step 1. So I'm not mocking grief. Grief is a real thing, okay? But I'm seriously grieving the loss of what I feel like is the loss of spring. This is one of the hardest winters I've had in a long time. I'm in an RV currently, through Wednesday. I will no longer be doing this for a while, till the next wave of RV-ness hits me and my family. We get these urges to just go out and see the world every so often. And right now we're having an urge to stop doing that. It has partly been spurred by the fact that back at Christmas time, we had ice on the walls of our bedroom, on the inside of the house. On the inside of the house. So, I'm just like ready for the warmth to happen. Oh good, Eric entered the drawing, because he just, if you want to see how to do it, boom, right there. Eric said, I'm a guest of Leanne. So there you go. Thank you, Leanne, for inviting a friend. Okay, so here we go. We are going to start with Deep Blue. Now, I know I said we're going to talk about ones we don't normally talk about. I know I said that. But we're going to talk about this from a different perspective. This is the emotional perspective. So the first stage of grief is denial. So I don't know about you, but I've been experiencing quite a bit of denial that we're not actually having spring. I've been doing things like, apparently the entire world knows that I tried not wearing pants one day, because I was at a doTERRA event, and, while other people were being honored for their wisdom about oils and all that, and being asked to speak on stage, what I was getting was people walking up to me saying, hey, I'm surprised to see you here with pants on. That's what I was hearing. So I'm so glad to be known for the girl that doesn't wear pants. But that could be a symptom of denial. That could be an effective sprinter. So I'm going to tell you about this oil, Deep Blue, and how this can help is Deep Blue is the oil of surrendering to pain. Sometimes you just have to let yourself realize that you don't necessarily have to give in to suffering, but you can give in to the fact that pain is your teacher. So what can we learn? How can Sprinter be our teacher? I'm not really sure. I may still be in this stage. So if you all can help me, I'm going to sniff some of this right now to see if it will help me. Nope, it's still there. So if you guys can give me some tips on what we can learn from this. Instead of identifying with your pain, you just become an observer of your pain. So how I can observe my pain is I can go back and watch this replay. If you want to watch this replay, you can watch it here on this page, or we have a new way that you can watch all of our Magic Beans replays, and you can go to YouTube. I'm going to put a link to my YouTube channel in the hopes that every single person watching will subscribe to my channel, if only so that I can change the freaking name, people. Help me. Help me change the name. I somehow got stuck with a name that I have not used online in like a decade, and I'd like to make it stop. But there's rules. And so I hate rules, but I have to live by the rules of others sometimes. And so if you will sign up, I'm going to put a link up there so that you can subscribe to my page. And not only will that help me, but you can go back and you can observe my pain, and that can help you get through your denial. But it can also help you to stop acting irrationally, like, packing up your sweaters and packing up your coats. That's sort of irrational right now. And so I think just sniffing the Deep Blue can really help you with that. Also, since it's been, half a year since you've exercised, because, Ranger, Sprinter, you've just been staying inside, like hovering under your covers and huddling with your loved ones. You may also need this for any muscle pain when you do finally get outside. We did take a walk today, and I may be paying for that in the morning. So good thing we have the Deep Blue. Pain is a sign of healing, people. Okay, so let the pain come. Just surrender to it. Let it teach you something. I don't know what. That the weather's unpredictable, I guess. Okay, step 2. The second stage is anger. I can totally identify with this stage. Totally. And the oil we're going to talk about is thyme. Because it is time for freaking spring to come and just winter to be done. So that's why this one kind of jumped out at me. And so thyme is the oil of releasing and forgiving. I'm sure that I need to release the idea that the weather's not going to be what I really want it to be. I'm still working on that. But thyme helps you to address trapped feelings and bring them to the surface. So if that starts happening during this live right now, then it's just because I've been experiencing the time, okay? So if you're wondering, why is she sniffing the oils? Is she a weirdo? Well, yes, but the reason why we sniff the oils is because they actually have a huge impact and can change how we feel. And I need to change how I feel about this, you guys. I'm really not happy. And so I don't even like to be hot. It's not about being warm. It's about just not being cold. Or it's about going outside and not having to wear layers and layers of clothing. Okay, that's really what it is. I'm hot natured. I really am. But this is too far. We've gone too far now. So thyme is an oil that helps you to feel tolerance and patience and understanding. I want to feel that. I really do. This is a hot oil, so be very, very careful. Don't be like, putting it on your hands and rubbing it on your face, because then you'll need more to forgive me because I didn't tell you that it was hot. So please be careful. Hey Stacy, I'm glad you're here. Let us know who invited you so you can enter our drawing. But in all seriousness, not that that wasn't serious, because this is a real problem that I'm having. If you're struggling with letting go of some buried feelings of hostility and anger towards somebody, how I like to use this one is in a capsule. It's really helped me because I seem like I hold on to my emotions mostly in my gut, in my stomach. And so I went ahead and took it in a capsule this one time, and I was struggling with something that was coming up. And the next morning I really felt a remarkable difference. It's not magic beans, but it has a huge, powerful influence on the chemicals in your brain and how your brain deals with emotions. So, I learned that inhaling essential oils over time can actually rewire the way your DNA is created. It's amazing. So it's powerful. And I think we all need to be sniffing this right now if we have anger about Sprinter. Okay. The third oil is Copaiba. I love Copaiba. Did I put oils on my kid? Yes. Yes, I did. Woo! But you know what? I think I forgot to put them on me. Hold on. We always take our Copaiba under our tongue, and I totally just had a moment, and I couldn't remember if I took mine. Yes, there it is. It's done. Okay, so Copaiba is the oil of unveiling, and this is for the stage of grief that I like to call bargaining. This is where you're like, look, Lord, I promise to wear pants if you will just let it stay above 60. Please. Okay? That's called bargaining. And so bargaining kind of helps you, or Copaiba rather, helps you to sort of give meaning to these experiences, so you don't have to feel like you have to, beg God to remove it from your life as much as helping you to understand why you're going through this. It helps you to deal with regrets and shame. Now, I have to say, I thought about this one a lot. What regret and shame do I have that could really help, me understand what's going on here in this stage of grief about Sprinter? You know what I think it is? I think it's all the complaining I did when it was hot last time. I can't remember when that was exactly because it's been so long ago, but I am sure that I did a lot of complaining, and I didn't go outside as much as I should have, and I didn't appreciate the sun when it was there. And for that reason, I feel like maybe I have some shame and regret. And so this oil is going to help me see that and just let it go and realize, you know what? If I don't let go of this shame and regret, I might rebel against this grief by not wearing pants. Okay, so this is how we're going to deal with it. We're going to use Copaiba. And I like to take it internally because I need all the Copaiba. All of the Copaiba, okay? The fourth stage is called depression. But on here, I think I'm supposed to say extremely sad feelings. Okay, so I take back the word depression. I didn't say it. I said extremely sad feelings instead. Okay, and the oil that we're going to use for this stage is called Hope. Because I really hope that this will be over soon and we can see the end of this crazy whatever's going on with the weather. This is the oil of overcoming. There's always a reason to hold on to hope. What I choose today as my reason is I heard a bird singing outside. I was taking a walk and I was calling my dog because he was going off. He was supposed to be walking with us, but he went way off in the woods and was getting distracted by something. And I called him and a bird answered me back. And then I called and the bird answered. We had this whole conversation. And that just gave me hope that that spring was coming. Now I have to tell you, I've seen some birds stumbling around the yard, like they were in a stupor of some sort, and they may be freezing to death. They may be starving. I'm not really sure. But I really hope that they can find, nourishment and warmth. They're confused. They flew back north and they're confused. I love this oil very much because it is super, super calming, and it really does help people to deal with traumatic things, such as having to wear a winter coat in the end of April, for example. But even more serious things. And on a very serious note, all the proceeds from this oil go to support an organization called Operation Underground Railroad, which rescues children and rehabilitates them that are involved in human trafficking, which is an extremely, extremely sad industry, but has a powerful hold on the world. But this organization is making a difference. It's putting fear into these folks that like to traffic in children and use children for horrible purposes. And this doTERRA, if you buy this, the entire price goes directly to Operation Underground Railroad. Really proud of that. And so I encourage you to buy this. Just buy it. Who cares what you do with it? Buy it. Help the kids. It's not something that most of us can even handle thinking about, much less the work these people are doing with their boots on the ground, saving these kids from these horrible situations. Little kids, even as young as 3 years old. It's disgusting. And so this, in all seriousness, this is a great oil. And we put this on my child's nose, right here on the tip of his nose before bed, because it just helps him to calm down. And he might get, he might still fight bedtime, but he gets in bed and he just goes right to sleep. And that's been a new habit we've been doing. So I really like this. This is his only oil that truly visibly calms him. So bear that in mind, moms. You're welcome. Okay, the last stage is acceptance. This is where we realize, you know what, this is happening. I'm not happy about it, but I'm going to stop fighting it. And I'm just going to pack, flip-flops, bathing suit, winter coat. That's just how it's going to go. And we're just going to have to be okay. So in order for me to get to that place, I'm going to need spikenard. And I know we never talk about spikenard. Number one, it has the weirdest name ever. Okay? I mean, we have arborvitae, that's weird. We have some other Melaleuca, molecula, people call it weird things. But spikenard, I mean, that's just a weird name. And it has a kind of a strange smell, too, I'll be honest with you. It's growing on me, however. But this oil is actually called the oil of gratitude. It helps you to accept that life just as it is and appreciate all of life's experiences. So one day, hopefully we'll get to the point where we can look back on this with fondness and many stories about how we had snow in April, things like that. So I'm going to have to use a lot of this. I'm going to give you a little tip for using spikenard. Spikenard has a weird smell, and sometimes when I put it on, people around me are like, what the heck? Seriously, like, that rarely happens with doTERRA oils. Most of the time, I could be using, like, Zendocrine, and people will say, ooh, you smell so nice. However, that sometimes doesn't happen with spikenard, because it has just, like, a weird, I don't know, okay? It's just weird. And so I have found that if you mix it with Douglas fir and tangerine, that it is amazing. Amazing. And what's cool about that is Douglas fir has to do with like generational, like letting go of generational patterns, and tangerine has to do, I'm pretty sure it has to do with like abundance and happiness and all that stuff. And so when you mix those together, it really does make a great blend to help you just get out of a victim mindset and just be grateful and content with your life as it is. So this is an overlooked oil. It's very powerful, very similar to frankincense in its attributes. And so please try to start including it in your daily health habits now and then. Maybe diffuse it with the right things. Don't diffuse it by itself, because people will be like, what died in here? It's just weird. You'll get used to it after a while. Anywho, that is the emotional side of Sprinter. Now let's talk about the physical side. The number one thing glaring us all in the face, or not glaring us all in the face, I should say, is the sun. Like, where is the sun? Has anyone seen the sun? Do we still have a sun? Is it coming back at any point? And so the first thing that I want to say is I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. And so what I'm going to recommend to you is that you use lemon. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. This isn't lemon. Okay? I thought about lying to you. I really did. I thought about it. And then I'm like, no, somebody will know. And if no one knows, I'll know. and then I won't be able to sleep tonight. I couldn't find my lemon right before the thing, and I'm like, I grabbed a yellow one, and I'm like, I'll just quickly, like, and they'll never see it. But knowing you people, you'll pause this, and it'll freeze right on and you'll see like Vation, and you'll be like, that wasn't lemon. So I'm just telling you right up front, this is not lemon, but we're going to pretend this is lemon. So from now on, even though this is actually Elevation, which is a really nice, good choice too, we're going to pretend this is lemon just for the rest of the event. Can we agree to do that? Can I get a thumbs up if we're cool with just pretending? Okay. It'll be like Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood or something, and this will just be like our puppet, and it's just going to pretend to be lemon for the rest of the thing. Okay. We're good? Okay. No thumbs ups. Nobody's cool with it? Okay, people are starting to be cool with it. Thank you. Thanks for playing. Okay, so this is lemon, right? We've all decided. So if you can't see the sun or find the sun, and you're not sure if we have a sun, then sunshine in a bottle is your next best choice. You can diffuse lemon. You can clean your stainless steel with lemon. You can put lemon in your water. Please don't put Elevation in your water, okay? I don't know why you would ever think to do that, like because I'm talking about drinking it and I'm holding the wrong bottle. Don't drink Elevation in your water because you'll be sad. It's gross. Lemon in your water, lemon in your diffuser, clean your bathrooms, mirrors, clean your stainless steel appliances. Just breathe it. Just inhale it sometimes. It's really happy, and it makes you feel like you've experienced the sun when you really haven't, okay? Now, you really actually do need the sun, you guys, for health reasons. And I'm really worried about us and our vitamin D levels at this point. Are we all just suffering from a massive shortage of vitamin D now in this world because of the fact that we're experiencing the longest winter in the history of mankind? I don't know. Are we going to get rickets? I'm not sure. But I can tell you that what can really, really help, Lifelong Vitality Pack. Now, note that it says vegan here. I'm not vegan because bacon, okay? But this is just the one I happened to grab, and that's cool because it does come in vegan, but it also comes in non-vegan for those of you who also enjoy bacon as a major food group. But I just wanted to point that out because I know it says vegan like really big. Our Lifelong Vitality Pack, whether you choose the vegan or the non-vegan version, this is going to help you with your vitamins. And I learned so much about, I know about this, but I learned in-depth information at the Washington, D.C. Product Education Summit, or whatever the heck we're calling it, because we keep changing the name, but whatever the freak it was called, it was great. And it had lots and lots of amazing education about the products. And we had a really good session about Lifelong Vitality Pack. I think the girl that spoke about it is my spirit animal. She was talking about how the reason she didn't use it is because, the non-vegan pack has a picture of people riding bikes, and she's like, I don't ride bikes, so I didn't want to take it. I don't ride bikes either. So I loved her. She was awesome. But the point is it's talking about, how we really just are not getting the benefits from our foods, and our cells are not protected, even if we eat super healthy. And y'all, you don't say you do, because you don't. There's approximately none of you on here that are eating 100% totally whole food. You grew it in your backyard, whatever. I tried to become a person that grew their own food, but I could not find any bacon seeds. I searched everywhere. I went online. Amazon doesn't have it. Nobody has it. So the point is that this is going to help you. The Microplex that's in here is going to fill in the holes of your nutrition, and there is some vitamin D in there. Now, I'm honest, I take a D3 and a K1, I think that's what I'm trying to say, in addition to the Lifelong Vitality. But for heaven's sakes, Lifelong Vitality should be everyone's basis, to add that to what you're eating for nutrition. If you're not getting healthy nutrition, you're gonna get good benefits from oils. You're gonna have great experiences, but you're not gonna feel like your optimal wellness, because you have to have that basis. We have a pyramid at doTERRA for wellness, and the biggest one on the bottom rung is nutrition. If you're not taking Lifelong Vitality Pack, go get some. Run and go get some, because there's no reason not to take it. There's a 30-day money-back guarantee. I have not had one single person tell me that they sent theirs back. I'm serious. And I have thousands and thousands of people that are part of my education and part of my Oil Shares community, where we educate and support you when you're a member, a wholesale member. So make sure you have Lifelong Vitality in your life. What time is it? Okay. And the other thing is, the second thing, number one, is the sun is missing. Number two, with all this warming, and then just kidding, it's going to snow, and just kidding, then there's dandelions, your immune system's what in the world? And so I don't get seasonal discomforts. or whatever we're supposed to call that, where your nose runs and your eyes water and your throat itches and you cough and you're stuffed up. Okay, all that is much easier, apparently, to say, to describe what happens to people when they get exposed to copious amounts of pollen. Okay? And so I've just noticed that people who don't normally have that problem are having it, and I think it's because of the back and forth and the confusion. Like, my poor dog has, like, started shedding and then stopped shedding and started shedding, and he's confused too. So I think it's happening to our immune systems. And so if we could take our, like, fake lemon back out again. Lemon, not Elevation, but lemon. Peppermint. The part of lemon will be played by Elevation tonight. Oh, I'm sorry. I digress. Okay, so lemon, lavender, and peppermint together. If you put a drop of each in a shot glass of water and drink it twice a day, you know what? Suck it up, buttercup. It doesn't taste like candy. It's not supposed to. It's plants. It's going to taste like plants for like 12 seconds, but it's going to make you feel so much better. Do that twice a day. If it's a small child or somebody who can't talk to you about how they feel about drinking it, not that they're a big, like, wuss baby, but, like, they're actually a small child, then for them, you can just put it on the bottoms of their feet in a roller, mix it maybe with half fractionated coconut oil, and the other half these, okay? You're going to have to do some math and figure that one out, okay? I'm not going to do it for you. Just half of your bottle will have this in it, equal parts of this, and the other half will have fractionated coconut oil. And then you're probably going to have to apply it to the bottoms of their feet a couple different times a day. Normally, I would say, like, avoid your face, but since there's no sun, I mean, go for it. You know, you have to avoid the sun when you're putting citrus on your face. So I was joking. Be careful. Okay, the third thing is, let's face it, you've been sitting inside since November just eating. Just eating, that's all you've been doing. It's too cold and wet and muddy and snowy and icy to go outside, and so you've been sitting inside since November. So what is that? December, January, February, March, April. 5 months you've been sitting inside eating all of the carbs. For that reason, you need Slim and Sassy. Okay, the metabolic blend. It comes in an oil, but I don't like how it tastes, so I take the soft gel, just pop it in my mouth, and then the trim shakes. You can make yourself a nice, delicious trim shake for 1 meal a day to work off some of that sprinter weight gain that you have. Okay, and then number 4, On Guard. Oh, here it is. So we haven't been, like, getting fresh air inside much. We haven't opened our windows as much. So make sure you're diffusing On Guard in your house. You're cleaning with On Guard. You're using On Guard cleaner because you just want it to smell fresh and to be clean, and you don't want to get gross things growing in the dark, moist places of your home because there's been no sun and no fresh air. Okay? So you don't want it to smell like Sprinter in your house. Okay? That's what I'm trying to say. The last one is for the sake of your children and your pets, especially those of you that have kids that are younger than school age. These 3 oils. This is to protect your children from the Sprinter blues. Okay, these 3 together, not together. These 3, and how we're gonna do is we're gonna either do Serenity and Balance. You can just put these on, or you can mix it in a roller. Half these 2 oils and the other half coconut oil, and just roll it. Just carry the roller with you. Just put it down in your shirt right here. A roller, there's a perfect roller holder right down in the front of your shirt, ladies. It's perfect. It was made for holding a roller. And you can put that roller there so that you can just roll that on whenever you're just like, get them out of the house. Okay? Get them out. They need to get out. That's when you do this. And then the last one is when you are just like super, super, super stressed. Then you can do Citrus Bliss and Serenity. I call this Serenblicity. Pretty sure I invented this. I invent lots of things and I never get credit for it. So if you ever make like a meme about this or whatever, be sure to say Deanna invented this blend. Actually, my mom and I invented it. So Deanna and her mom invented Serenblicity, and that one just like calms me right down. And I need to be calmed down. Last but not least, certainly not least, you can pretend that it's spring if you make a diffuser blend that smells like spring. And I'm going to give you a secret springtime recipe. It's called Smells Like Springtime. There you go. It's kind of on the nose, but it works. Here we go. Ready? Get your pen. 1 drop of basil, 2 drops of peppermint, and 2 drops of lime. 1 basil, 2 peppermint, 2 lime in your diffuser. And then you can just close your eyes and pretend it's spring. Okay? So that hopefully will get you through until God stops punishing us for whatever we did. I'm sorry, Lord. Please forgive me for my portion. I'm ready for spring. And now I'm going to tell you some really, really good news. For those of you that were like, that stuck around, and I don't know what this was new. This was different. If you stuck around for this whole thing, you deserve to get $50 in free oils from doTERRA. Okay? And how you do that is you choose a starter kit. I can help you find one, or the person that invited you to watch this video. Whichever one of those is your person. If I'm your person, I want to be your person. So send me a private message, and I'll find you a couple of starter kits that work well for your situation. We'll have a little 30-minute conversation, or we can just type. Okay, if you're scared to talk to people in real life, then we can just private message. I'll help you find a starter kit, or call your person or contact your person that invited you. And when you get your starter kit, you're going to start out with at least 10 basic oils that every home needs to be prepared for just about anything, including Sprinter. And you're also going to get a membership to doTERRA, which doesn't make you have to do anything, but it gives you a heck of a lot of great benefits, like 25% off retail. That's awesome. 10 to 30% back in free product rewards every time you purchase. 100% back in free shipping rewards every time you purchase. Awesome deals, freebies every month. It's great. Plus, whatever team you join, please make it oil shares, because we love to help people. If you join our team, then you get to be part of our secret Facebook community where we'll answer your questions. We do lots of daily product education, lots of support for you. You're going to feel like you're not oiling alone. No matter where you live, I don't care where you live, you will feel like you're part of a family. And that's what we do. And those are all benefits of your membership. But doTERRA is going to give you $50 in free oil credits on May the 4th if you get your starter kit in April. So you're running out of time. So make sure you have that conversation with your inviter or with me if you're my guest, and we will make sure that you get set up with the right thing for you and get your $50 in free oils. They're not going to have that next month, okay? I'm telling you, they're not going to have a promo like this next month. So if you want to get started with oils, do it now. You need your oils in your life now. They start working immediately, and you're missing out on your oils if you don't get them right now. So before I go, if you are a live viewer, which you won't be in another second here, if you're a live viewer and you're a first-time guest and you don't have a doTERRA membership, please comment, I am a guest of, and tag your inviter so we can enter you in our drawing. And then my lovely assistant, Tasha, will contact you to let you know if you are the winner. Please only comment if you're a first-time guest, you've never watched, and you are not a doTERRA member, okay? So that new people have a chance to try the oils. If you're a member, get your own oils. Okay? Or invite a guest, for heaven's sakes. It's more fun to oil with a friend, so make sure when you watch Magic Beans, you always watch it with a friend or five. And spread the message of doTERRA with the world. Thank you for watching. I will post a link, for those of you that just asked, I'll post a link to my YouTube channel. And I will see you back here next Sunday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Essential oils are not magic beans, but they can help you survive Sprinter. Have an awesome day. Have an awesome night and an awesome day. Shine on.